Welcome, and we are going to deep dive and dissect your psychological to stay at the forefront of your emotional state. And the overall idea of this reading is releasing the resentment loop. It looks like we've got a cyclical reciprocity of back and forth resentment. So, what does that even look like? Or how can we navigate the release of that? So I've got the Knight of Wands here, and it says adventure. And so immediately Spirit is distracting you or leading you down a new pathway, saying, come on, let's go this way. This isn't something that you have to continue to cycle through. It's over, whatever it is. And Spirit is wanting you to make peace with whatever that was or is, because you are now owning and standing in full position of your past. So you are taking initiative, and adventure, Knight of Wands, is fire energy. You're looking at burning down anything that is holding you back or not serving you. So you are currently in the spiritual realm. You're sort of walking through a forest. And this is the Queen of Swords, only she was in reversed. So I would say that this has something to do with a connection with a child, potentially. And sort of the separation of you and that child. And that child may be holding on to some sort of experience that they've had in recent or past life with you. And in order to dissolve that and release that, you got to stop giving it energy. The more energy that you give it, the more alive it stays. So, like, your child loves you unconditionally, but every time they encounter you, there's this energy of resentment looping, right? And at some point, somebody's got to be like, never mind, I forgive you. And as soon as that happens, that looping stops, because now that it's not looping anymore. You've released it. You've let it go. You've sent it on its way. And now the Queen of Swords can become upright, and now is more of a source of medicine than a source of reminding us of what we reminding us of what we don't want to remember. So I know the mother is a constant, the father is a constant in a child's life. And that's why it is so important that we take responsibility and accountability for all of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Because it's like the bloodline. It's just continuing to transfer over and over and over and over and over. And eventually we die from it. So resentment is giving your life away, giving your power away. You don't have to rewrite the story. You just have to stop fighting it. Sit with it. Allow it. But do it in a sovereign state. Don't project it. Don't make anybody else responsible for the way that you're feeling. Because when you do that, it's harder to heal. Like, if I think Bob did something to me, then Bob's the one who's going to have to heal me, and Bob's probably not going to do that, if that makes sense. So I really have to work through it on my own. It's kind of like when you're in a partnership and you break up. You can't go to that partner that you talked to, or that partner that you confided in, or that partner that you were able to work through stuff with is no longer your partner, and now suddenly you don't have a partner that does those things with you. And so now you're having to work through that on your own. And the more you share those feelings with people that weren't a part of that relationship, the more distorted it becomes, because they want to defend you and they want to make you the one that's right. But that's not what it's about. It's about equilibrium, taking accountability for your part so that they can take accountability for their part. But when you start letting outer influences into that healing process, everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an idea. Everybody has something to say. So your only task is to contemplate it. Don't talk about it. Don't give it homage. Give it honor. Give it honor. Give it the honor that it deserves. Give the relationship and the honor it deserves. Think about all of the greatness, all the lessons you learned, all the development that happened, right? And again, if this is a relationship with your child, we're just getting to know them. We're just getting to know our children. Allowing them to live the life they've always wanted to live in the way that they wanted to live it. It doesn't have to look like ours. When my kids were little, I didn't spend a lot of time telling them my stories. I didn't want to entangle them. I wanted them to create their own stories. And as I was going through my sacred fire journey, I did realize that I was, telling stories that weren't mine, and telling memories that weren't mine. I was telling a memory from another person's memory that gave me the memory that was about me, but it wasn't my memory. So I had to stop telling those things. I just stopped. I didn't have to. I just wanted to because it wasn't mine. Bounty, the 6 of Discs. Okay, so if we're looking at positive perspective here, you're going on an adventure. Your imagination is heightened and you're ready to receive a bounty. And I can tell you this, the more connected and loving you are with your family, the more amplified and magnetic your energy is, because you feel supported, you feel seen, you feel heard. I remember asking my boys, like, what do you want? I didn't care if it was a pink elephant. I wrote it down because who knows, maybe it comes in the form of a stuffed animal. Maybe there really are pink elephants and I've just never been open to seeing them. It doesn't matter what somebody wants. If they want it, it goes up on the board, right? And now as a family, as a whole, we're all focused on what each other wants to pull into their life. I mean, what happens when somebody's like, I'm looking for a relationship, right? Immediately, you start sending out flares of energy, like wondering where and how and what you can do to guide and support that process. So remember, each and every one of us wants to guide and support everybody's process and anything that anybody wants to manifest. But we can't do it through the loop of resentment. We have to drop those barriers, break through those boundaries and our walls that we've put up, and just absolutely, unconditionally, with boundless love, just bask in that glory. Own your own past, right? Again, you can't rewrite it, but you can embrace the new choices. You can embrace the new timeline. You can jump free of the resentment loop. Again, that's what we're dissolving right here in this moment. Every time you have there was a story about a man that started working at a prison, and for each prisoner he wrote, I love you, I forgive you, you are free. I love you, I forgive you, you are free. And don't quote me on that. You might want to look that up. I would look it up. It's a beautiful idea. And suddenly the whole prison started to release and equilibrium started to come in, and it was working. The energy was working through this place. It only takes like the mother. Like I have pictures or the father. I have pictures of my children and I look at them and I just think, what a blessing. What an absolute blessing. So, reflection. So right now, you're kind of in the negative polarity of the journey. Spirit's taking you in an adventure. It's asking you to release control. The Queen of Wands in reversed is the red queen. The red queen. We want to move into the white queen and then merge back into the dark. Yin, yang, black, white, up, down, good, bad. We need that merging to happen. And you're going to be doing that through this new journey, opening yourself up to new perceptions, new ideas. There's a bounty coming in, but again, if we don't get you into higher vibrations, we will miss that bounty. Everything that's meant for you, you will have, but you have to be in position to receive it. And so this bounty is wanting to come in. And it's putting you in a state of reflection because maturation is coming in. It's like the golden era. You're like moving into the golden era and you're ready to release anything that is no longer serving you, anything that's easily triggered or easily interrupted or easily unraveling. You're moving into a calm era where you're the house in the middle of the storm, okay? And you're just sitting with it, releasing, it says disillusion, 10 of Swords. So you're walking away. This is you walking away, but you're walking away with achievement, you're walking away with reflection, you're walking away with understanding, you're walking away with wisdom. You're walking away because it's the best thing to do for everybody. And not just you, it's the best thing for you, but that best thing for you is translating and rippling into what everybody also wanted, right? It's like when you're ready to end a relationship, so is the other person. It's just nobody's saying anything. So when you walk away, it's like, oh, that's exactly what I was supposed to do. Oh, this is exactly what needed to happen. Okay. Yeah, and that is going to create a little opposition for just a minute. But gain. Okay. So yeah, for a little bit, there's a little bit of turmoil here. Again, though, if you pull back your power and you really start to take accountability, really empowers you and really gets you in a place where you start to understand and your wisdom starts to run deeper than where you are right now in this moment. So bask in the glory of the sacred fire journey. Your main goal is to release resentment. I would actually research that word, turn it upside down, really understand what that even means. What is the word resentment? What does that even mean? How do I create a connection to it so that I can release it out of my body, my mind, and my spirit? So, absolute honor to be here to do this reading. If you want to work with me, there is a link in my bio. So, I love you guys.